Today's practice, we will be building up towards compass pose. In terms of props, I'll recommend that you have a strap or something similar, as well as a couple blocks or something similar, and a blanket. And to begin, you can make your way down onto your back, having your blocks and maybe your blanket close by. No rush here to get on the back. If you'd like to move around a little bit. To start practice, I'll offer up Supta Baddha Konasana, or supine bound angle. So a nice supported hip opener as you take the knees wide. And it's up to you. If you feel like you're better off here unsupported, then you can stay like this. You might like to have the support under the legs, as we will be in this shape for a little bit. When you have the legs how you like them, bring the hands to rest over the body. Close down your eyes. And with the hands over the body, you can feel the breath. How the belly levitates as you inhale and falls as you exhale. Continue to breathe naturally, not forcing any depth with the breath. And keeping the right hand on your belly, bring the left hand to rest over your heart. Take a big inhale, fill all the way up. Exhale fully. With your next inhale, breathe in just to the belly. Take a second inhale up into the ribs. A third inhale, fill all the way up to the collarbones. Hold the breath. And then exhale from the collarbones to the ribs, to the low belly. Inhale into the belly. Another inhale to the ribs. Third inhale, fill all the way up, hold the breath. Exhale from the collarbones to the ribs, to the low belly. Continue with this 3-part breath. Two more rounds. After your last round of the 3-part breath, move the hands now to the sides of the ribs. So trying to avoid having the belly or the chest rise, looking more for a lateral breath here, so breathing out through the sides of the body. With your inhale, have the ribs expand out into the hands. Then as you exhale, feel the ribs draw in towards the midline. Inhale, the ribs flare out to the sides. Exhale, take them towards one another. A couple more times. After your second one, release the hands from the ribs. So you can wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes, move through the wrists, maybe through the neck. Hands will reach outside of the legs to bring the legs together. Move your props out of the way so you can walk the feet out wider than your hips, opening through the arms, palms up. Very slowly, windshield wiper your knees from side to side. And we'll be meeting up on hands and knees in tabletop. From hands and knees, if you like more padding under the knees, slide your blanket under the knees. And then walk the knees out wider than the hips. Toes can touch at the center line. Hips move back for a wide knee child's pose. And resting the forehead down. You might stay a little bit more active here in your child's pose, coming up onto the fingertips so you lift your elbows off the mat. Inhale, feel the breath in the back of the body. And as you exhale, intend the sit bones closer to the heels. Breathing in your wide knee child's pose. And with your next breath, walk your hands over to the left, feeling a stretch down the right side. Find that lateral breath in the right side of the body. Hands walk through center, over to the right. The left sit bone heavy to the left heel. Breathe deeply into your left side. Hands walk through center. So you can rise up to your hands and your knees in a tabletop. And walk the knees under your hips. Step the right foot up between the hands. Curl the left toes under and then lift the left knee up off the mat. Spin open the left foot to ground the heel so your front foot is perpendicular to the back foot. When you feel steady, root through your feet and rise to a warrior two. Arms extend out long, palms face down. Your gaze could be over the right fingertips. In warrior two, you're feeling strength down the inside of the left leg, rooting down through the outer edge of the left foot, and opening into the right hip and tending the knee out towards the baby toe. Shoulders soften away from the ears. One more breath here. With your next inhale, straighten into the right leg, reach the arms up, bend the elbows, maybe the wrists touch. Inhale, come back, warrior two. Reaching up, wrists might touch, straighten the right leg. Exhale, open the arms back to warrior two, always keeping the weight in the hips. Two more times. Pausing in warrior two, take a half bind with the left arm. So turn the head of the left shoulder in, taking the top of your left hand to your low back. Feel really heavy in the left foot, keep the weight in the hips. Just reach your right arm forward. 3 full breaths. And keeping the half bind, bring your torso back to center. Turn your right palm up. Exhale to reverse your warrior, right hand up. Left fingertips might wiggle more towards your right thigh. Slight draw in of the belly so you don't collapse into the low back. Next, inhale, open the arms back to warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle, right elbow to the right thigh. Left hand reaches straight up, or you could reach it all the way over, palm down. Inhale as you lengthen the spine, feel space between the ribs. Exhale, revolve the chest open towards the left side of your mat. Maybe you close your eyes. Stay as you are, or bring your right hand down inside of the right foot to your prop or to your mat. Staying in the shape, inhale as you lengthen. Exhale, open through the chest. Just one more breath. All taking both hands down inside of the right foot. And then walk the hands more towards the long side of your mat as you spin onto the right heel so the feet are parallel to one another. With your inhale, lean forward a little bit so you lengthen the back of your legs. On the exhale, walk the hands over towards the left leg, maybe reaching for the ankle as you fold your chest down. You can bend your knees any amount if it's a little bit too much for the hamstrings right now. Hands walk through center. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, walk over to the right. You can fold over your right leg. Hands back to center. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, head goes heavy, fold the chest down, maybe walk the hands back in line with the feet. Take an inhale, you can lean forward a little bit more. Exhale, pull with the arms, bending through the elbows, head goes heavy. Next inhale, lift halfway, fingertips below the gaze. Right hand right below the gaze on your prop or on the floor. Inhale, length through the spine. Exhale, gentle twist to the left. Left hand up, option to look up. Take 2 breaths into your belly. As you turn your gaze down, take the left hand down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, gentle twist to the right. Right hand up, option to look up. Turning the gaze down, right hand meets the left. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, spin to the front of your mat in a lunge, so you're on your right foot and your left toes. Hands frame the right foot, step to a high plank. Take a breath in. Breath out, lower all the way to your belly. From the belly, rise up to the elbows, to your forearms for Sphinx pose. Elbows below the shoulders, or maybe a little bit more in front. Heavy through the tops of your feet, pull the belly in and reach your heart through. I encourage you to close your eyes here. Soften into the face. Breathe deeply. Inhale here. Exhale, come all the way down. You might stack the hands to rest the forehead and rest the back of the body. And feel the breath of the back of the ribs, maybe down at your low back. And with your gaze down, hands come to the mat and press back to your resting shape. So it might be a child's pose. Maybe it's downward facing dog. Go to where it feels welcome right now. And then take 3 to 5 breaths. Start to make your way back to tabletop. So the hands are under the shoulders and the knees are under the hips. Bring your left foot up between the hands. Curl the right toes under to lift the right knee. Spin open the right foot, ground the heel. Your left foot is perpendicular to the right. Rooted through the feet, strong in the legs, rise to warrior two. Take the shoulders down away from the ears. You can close your eyes, enjoying stillness for a little bit in warrior two. Eyes might open. With your inhale, straighten into the left leg, reach the arms up, bend into the elbows. Exhale, bend back into the left leg, warrior two. 3 more times. Meeting in warrior two. Adding the half bind with your right arm, turn the head of the right shoulder in, slide the top of the right hand to your low back. Really heavy through the right foot, reach through the left fingertips. Keep the left hip open, so you might take a peek down here and make sure the left knee isn't caving in. Keep it open with the hip. 2 more full breaths. Keeping the half bind, return to center, turn your left palm up. Exhale to reverse, left hand up. Right fingertips might wiggle towards the left thigh. Legs stay the same, keep the bend in the front leg, slight draw in of the belly. Breathe in, breathe out. Releasing the half bind, inhale to warrior two, open the arms. Exhale, extended side angle, left elbow to the left thigh, right hand up, or all the way over, palm down. Anchor through the right foot. Inhale, lengthen your spine, space between the ribs. Exhale, revolve the chest open to the long side of your mat. Take a few breaths here, staying strong in the left arm, trying not to collapse into the shoulder. Option for the left hand to come down inside of the left foot. Keep the chest open to the long side of your mat. Last 2 breaths. Looking down, both hands down. Come onto the left heel so you spin the toes towards the long side of your mat. Feet are parallel. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine, lean forward towards the toes a bit. Exhale, fold the chest down, let the head go heavy. The arms can just kind of hang out here. If you're quite comfortable in the fold and you'd like to challenge your balance a little bit, the peace fingers are going to loop around the big toes. With your inhale, lean forward a little bit, lengthen. Exhale, bend the elbows wide towards the short edges of your mat. Same pull action as you let the head hang. Breathe into the hamstrings. Releasing the big toes if you have them, fingertips below the gaze. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, spin to the front of your mat in a lunge on the left foot, right toes. Hands framing your left foot, step back to a high plank. Take an inhale. Exhale, lower all the way to your belly. Coming up to Sphinx pose one more time. Come up to the forearms. Soften the glutes a bit, feel heavy through the tops of your feet. Drawing the belly in, reach your heart through. Close your eyes. Notice where you feel the breath and the body in the back bend. Maybe it's more up in the chest. Maybe you feel it in the back. 2 more breaths. Inhale to stay. Exhale, come all the way down, arms how you like. Rest the head, relax the body. Lifting through the head, so you can bring the hands to the mat. Press back to your resting pose. Maybe it's child's pose. Maybe it's downward facing dog. Settle into the shape you have chosen for 3 to 5 breaths. If in child's pose, begin to make your way to downward facing dog, creating that upside down V shape with the body as you reach the hips up and back. Let the head hang, neck is relaxed. You can find stillness, or you might pedal out the feet, bend one knee as you lengthen out the other leg. And with as few or many steps you'd like to take, bring the feet up to the hands. At the top of your mat, inhale to a halfway lift. Knees can remain bent as you lengthen out the spine. Exhale, fold over the legs, bend the knees any amount. Inhale to stand, reach your arms up overhead, option to look up. Exhale, hands come down to the heart center, thumbs to the chest. Close your eyes. Staying exactly as you are. The mind is a little bit busy. Make the breath deeper. Make the breath louder. Just mentally preparing to balance. When you feel ready to continue, open your eyes and reach for your strap or something similar if you have that. And you can stay at your mat, or if you like a little bit of assistance here, a little bit of support, you can come to stand at the wall or next to a chair so you have something to hold on to. We'll be playing here with a big toe hold. And I'll demonstrate here a few different options, and then you can choose the one that you'd like to go with. So the first option, being the most accessible, is to keep a bend in the knee. Then you can take the right leg with your right hand, left hand to the left hip. If you'd like to add a little bit of a length in the right leg, you could take your strap around the sole of the right foot. Keeping the chest lifted, you might straighten a little bit, maybe more. A third option here would be to take the right piece fingers around the right big toe. Left hand is on the left hip. You can stay here with a bend in the knee, or you could straighten and lengthen the leg. I'm going to turn around here. So what you want to avoid is this. You want to be standing up nice and tall, so maybe you need to bend more into the knee to get there. Start by just coming to stand nice and tall, feeling rooted evenly through both feet. Maybe you close the eyes again just to check back in, to clear any noise, to feel even more connected to your breath. The eyes open. Turn your gaze to a still point. The weight is shifting into your left foot as you lift the right knee up. You can choose the option you'd like to go with, and you can always change your mind. Supporting the right leg with the right hand, maybe your strap, maybe the big toe, take your left hand to your left hip. Notice how you're distributing the weight in the left foot. See if you can even it out. Feel that you can grow even taller, lengthen the spine. Left arm now extends to the side, thumb points up. Open into the right hip, leg to the side. For a challenge, begin to shift your gaze towards the left hand, maybe a little, maybe all the way until you see all your fingers. Gazing forward, take the right leg forward. Keeping the leg where it is, let go of what you're holding on to. Use your core strength. Palms face up, inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to the heart, take the right foot down. Both feet down, move the body, shake it off. And when you feel ready, set yourself up for the other side, starting by finding that still point for your gaze. And then feeling the weight shift into the right foot. Lift the left knee up. Support the leg how you choose. Right hand to the right hip. Weight even in the right foot, stand even taller. Right arm to the side. Open into the left hip, leg to the side. Option to shift the gaze towards the right hand. If you fall out, that's totally okay. You can come right back. Looking forward, bring the left leg forward. Feel that fire in your belly to keep the leg here. Extend the left arm out. Palms face up, inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to the heart, take the left foot down. Move the body. If you have a strap, you can move it to the side as you make your way to the top of your mat. Standing at the top of your mat, move the hands to your hips, take a step back more to the middle of your mat. Turn to face the side of your mat so you take the feet out into a wide-legged stance. Inhale here. Exhale, hinge from your hips as you fold forward, taking the hands down below the gaze. Now heel toe your feet closer together. You'll see how close they need to be. So the right hand can reach over to take the top of your left ankle. Keeping the right arm as it is, thread the left arm under the right, so the left hand looks to take the right ankle. So you have that X shape with the arms, the right arm is on top of the left. As you inhale, you might lean forward a little bit, lengthen the back of the legs. Exhale, turn your torso, your chest towards the left, so the arms come apart, and maybe you can take a peek under your right arm. A bit of a funky twist, 2 deep breaths. Keep the arms, just square the chest back down. Now release the left arm so you can switch to cross your left arm over the right. Inhale, lengthen, maybe lean forward a bit. Exhale, twist towards the right. You can take a peek under your left arm. 2 breaths. Keep the arms, turn the chest to look down. Release the fingertips below your gaze. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, spin to the front of your mat in a lunge. Frame your front foot with both of your hands. Step right to downward facing dog. Head heavy between the arms. Finding stillness or a bit of movement. All meeting in a child's pose, softly taking the knees down, moving the hips back towards the heels. Forehead rests down to the earth or to any of your props. Feeling the breath in the back of the body. Inhale, feel the back levitate. Exhale, sit bones heavy to the heels. When you feel ready, rise up to sit on the mat. And when seated, extend the legs out long in front. You could take the flesh back so you feel a bit more rooted down through the sit bones. Your blanket here could slide under the sit bones if you feel like you're rocking back. That can help elevate the hips. We'll be keeping the left leg extended and bringing the right knee in towards the chest. Open into the right hip so the right knee falls out to the side. You can choose here if you like the leg unsupported. Maybe you'd rather support it with your prop. If your left hamstrings are pulling a bit with the leg extended, then allow the knee to bend and you could slide something under the left knee as well. In the shape, frame your hips, grow tall. Feel the shoulders soften down. With your inhale, reach your arms up. With your exhale, hinge from the hips, the sit bones go back as you fold over the left leg. The hands might reach for the foot. You could do this with your strap as well, or maybe you prefer to let the arms just rest. You can get deeper here with your breath. So there's no benefit in really gripping the foot, tensing through the fingers. Let the hands be soft. And with every inhale, lengthen your spine, starting the length at your tailbone, lengthen all the way to the crown. Exhale as you feel the opening in the right hip and fold the chest down. Continue to ride the wave of the breath. Last cycle of breath. Let go with the hands so you can walk them in, lift your chest. Sitting up tall, take the right hand outside of the right knee, guide the knee up. Both hands take a hold of the right foot. Keep a bend in the knee as you lift the right foot up off the mat. So if the foot's a little bit far for you to reach, you can take your strap around the sole of the foot. Sitting up tall, breathe in here. And as you breathe out, open to the hip slightly so the knee comes outside as you reach the leg back. Inhale, the leg comes forward, option to straighten into the leg. Exhale, the knee bends, take the leg back. Inhale, leg goes forward, maybe you straighten. Couple more times. We'll meet with the right knee bent. Setting up for compass here. Step by step, you can stop at any time. Start by taking your left hand under the right heel. The right hand comes through the inside of the right leg to come under the leg to help lift the leg as high as it will go over the right shoulder. Try not to be discouraged here. It's okay. Enjoy where you are. It's a practice. The left hand now will move to the top of the right foot so the fingertips are curling over the baby toe edge. Release your right fingertips down. So this is compass pose. If you're feeling comfortable here, you could deepen by straightening into the right leg and maybe taking a peek under the left arm like you did in that funky twist. In your expression of compass, take 2 breaths. Carefully make your way out. Take the right leg long. If you want to give the legs a bit of a shake. Then we'll prepare for the other side. So start by taking the flesh back or just making sure that you're feeling rooted through the sit bones. The right leg stays long as you bring the left knee in. Open into the hip, knee to the side. Maybe sliding your support under the left leg, maybe under the right leg as well. Sit up nice and tall. Inhale, arms reach up. As you exhale, hinge from the hips. Hips go back as you fold forward. Hands can reach for the foot or let them fall. Inhale as you lengthen the spine. Exhale as you fold and open into the left hip. So you can think about a caterpillar here as you ride the breath, almost like you're slowly inching forward closer to your right toes. Soften into the fingers if you have a tense grip. Trust your breath. Last full breath in the fold. Let go with the hands so you can walk them in and lift the chest. Sitting up tall, left hand outside of the left knee. Both hands take the left foot as you lift it up off the mat. You can use your strap here if you prefer. As you inhale, take the leg back, bending into the knee. And then straighten maybe as you lift through your heart. Bend as you take the leg back. Reaching the leg forward, you could keep the bend in the knee or maybe you lengthen through the leg. Go for 2 more. We'll be meeting with the left leg bent, setting up for compass on the left side. Begin by taking your right hand under the left heel. The left hand comes through the inside of the leg to come under the leg to help lift the leg as high as it will go over the shoulder. The right hand moves now to take the top of the left foot and the left fingertips go down. You're in compass pose. You can stay exactly as you are, or you might explore straightening into the left leg and taking a peek under the right arm. You'll never know unless you try. Try to stay positive here and appreciative of your body and what it is doing for you today. 2 breaths. Carefully release. You can take the left leg out long. And take anything you might like before coming onto your back. Maybe having your blanket close by. Once on the back, you might like to bring the knees into the chest. Massage the low back as you rock side to side. And rest the soles of the feet down to the mat. Maybe lifting the hips and then taking them back down. If there's any movement you'd like to take before Shavasana, maybe you'd like to slide the blanket under the thighs, or maybe it's under the head. So if your neck is being strained here, you're shortening the back of the neck, I recommend sliding your blanket under the head so you can create more length there. You're choosing a shape that feels best for you right now, not necessarily what you chose for your previous Shavasana. And there's no rush to arrive. Take all the time you need. When you feel settled, soften into the jaw. Soften into the forehead. Release any manipulation of the breath. Let it be short, let it be free. Enjoy your Shavasana. Enjoy this time of peace. If you wish to dedicate more time to Shavasana, simply close your device and stay as long as you need. If you're ready to return, start to wiggle the fingers and the toes. You can move into the jaw, maybe the neck. Circle the wrists, the ankles. And an option with your inhale, take the arms back behind you, stretching as long as you can from fingers to toes. Exhale, let it go with a sigh. Moving slowly, make your way up into a comfortable seat, where we'll close practice together with the eyes closed and the hands at the heart center. With the thumbs gently pressing into the chest. Notice how you feel now after practice. If it's any different compared to when you first arrived on your mat. And thank yourself for taking this time for a bit of self-care, a bit of self-love. May you give yourself many more of these moments throughout your day, your week, your month. Thank you so much for following along. From the light in me to the light in you. Namaste.